All right. Now let's make this public so you guys can see it. And then we'll do that. And maybe we have a live stream. I'm not sure. All right, hold on. Let me move my microphone. Hello. All right. So, if any of y'all out there don't know the sort of stuff that I have to go through every time that I live stream. Long story short, my ISP sucks. All right? Absolutely terrible. Here's the thing, though. I live with my family, all right? So I'm not the one who is paying for the internet and all that, nor do I feel like I want to start now. So, in order to have anywhere near reliable upload speeds for me to be able to stream, this is so jank. I upgraded my mobile plan, right? My cell phone, that sort of thing, so that I have unlimited data as high as the speed as I could reasonably get. And I got phone tethering. So now, instead of streaming from my Wi-Fi at home, I am streaming from the fucking... from my fucking mobile data. That's what we're doing now. And I kind of hate myself for doing it. I am not proud that this is what I'm doing. But the stream is now more reliable than it has ever been. So I have my phone plugged in over there on the windowsill to get the best possible connection. And everything just seems to be working fine now. It's such a shame that works better than the people who's supposed to be doing it properly. Anyhow, love your vids. Thank you. Hey, babe. Hello. Nice to see you, babe. Weren't you going to write an updated version of the Bible? I probably joked about it because that sounds like something that I would joke about. But oh right, yeah, the video, because I posted a video on that exact thing. I'm sorry, I'm kind of... It's just I've been dealing with a whole lot of computer stuff for the last minute. You're gonna have to forgive me. But yes, I still am. But I'm gonna make those. I don't know if I'm gonna make those into live streams, but I am gonna make those into videos, and they're not going to be... I'm not going to be posting them that often because it doesn't seem like that's the kind of video that most of my subscribers want to see. In fact, right now, I'm kind of at this point where I'm not really sure what to do with my channel, which is why I'm just live streaming now. But, we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see what the future holds. I've been watching you via my mobile data on my phone, hotspotting it to my MacBook. Nice. Nice. Now, for me, live streaming through my mobile data, that's going to be a bit easier than you watching me through my mobile data, because I actually did a bit of research before I did this, and apparently people watching videos is like... it uses up so much data, like on the like mobile network, that is like the number one cause of like the congestion. And like every single mobile provider, like every single one of them will throttle your speeds whenever you're watching videos. So like when you hop onto YouTube or anything else that's not YouTube, what Vimeo? Who's watching Vimeo on the mobile data? But if you were, no matter what, as soon as your AT&T, your uh, what are the other ones? Verizon, whoever, they see that you're watching a video, they're all like, okay, let's lower his speeds a little bit. We don't need to give him that much data per second. It's, I don't know. I found it interesting. But that's download speeds. People downloading stuff on their mobile data is going to cause most, if not all, of the congestion. But uploading, I don't think it's going to be as big of an issue. Okay, I'm dropping a couple frames there. What is this? Okay, apparently there was a Chrome extension that I never saw. All right. So now it's garbage. Now we're dropping frames. Believe it or not, what I'm experiencing right now is not nearly as bad as it would be. Because like legit, my Wi-Fi, it like wouldn't even connect to anything a minute ago. And it would not upload anything, that's for sure. Are you going to write about how life is inside the flat earth closet? Maybe for an April Fool's video. That sounds like a really good idea for an April Fool's video. Like coming out as flat earther. Or like I talk about it so much because I was insecure that I really thought that the earth was flat or something like that. But I think I can come up with something else for April Fools. We'll see. So last time, pop in, post a comment similar to this, get a few hours of sleep before the final exams. Blah blah. Screw my life. Yeah, sorry. I guess our time zones don't match up. But don't sweat it. I assure you, there's nothing that interesting that I'm doing on stream. So don't worry about it. But now I can actually live stream. My God. So, anyhow, how are you guys doing? Oh, Earth is seriously flat. You're back. How are you doing? You having fun? Are my normal subscribers giving you a hard time? So where do we... Sorry, that was probably really loud. So where do we leave off? I don't know. I did add a whole bunch of stuff. I rearranged some stuff. I added an experiment section and did a whole bunch of these. Right now, it feels easier to add all the points that I'm putting in here than it is to like respond to them as I'm adding them, because those of you who don't know, what I'm writing here is a sort of flat earth argument handbook. I am writing a book that lists all of the arguments or half decent arguments for the flat earth that I can think of. All right. I was afraid this would happen. If you see buffering, it's my fault, not yours, because my connection isn't actually fantastic. But we're going to have to deal with it because it's better than the alternative, believe it or not. So sorry if I pause. Sorry if things are buffering. Anyhow, how far have you gotten? I have Let's see. 8 pages. 8 pages of this. I don't know how else to measure it. That's not including the table of contents or the references. But these are all the points that I have so far. I want to add more arguments, and I've added a lot more arguments than I've responded to. And like some like these, like I'm gonna have to go in and like actually write it down, but I have just like points that I want to bring up. So that sort of thing. So I'm like, if I were to say 25% done, that would be very generous. I'm like 15% done, maybe. You stream on my computer if you ever need to. I think me and Kaylee sometime might be streaming together. So you guys might be seeing us play The Sims. We'll create Jesus, Buddha, and a whole bunch of flat earthers in The Sims. Maybe. I'll keep you posted. Who do you want for president? Ooh, I'm not sure. The thing is, I don't follow it as closely as maybe I should. I do feel like Bernie Sanders, his opinions are going to be closer to my opinions than anyone else. But quite frankly, whoever becomes the new president or current president, because Trump can run again, I suppose. I'm not going to agree with any of them. It's all going to be terrible, I feel. But I'm more Democrat, so I'm going to be happier with the Democrat. That's as much as I can tell you. Sorry. Sorry if that's not very informative, detailed, clear, whatever. When writing a book, an outline is your friend. And that's kind of what I'm doing, yeah. I'm not exactly doing an outline, but kind of, I'm making the skeleton, then plugging like meat onto the bones of the skeleton, and then stuffing it with internal organs before I zap it with electricity to make it come to life. But yeah, adding like the arguments, then quotes for those arguments, and then adding just bullet points, and then actually writing full responses. You're flat earther, I believe you. Not Trump. I mean, it could happen. He got elected once. Who's to say that he won't be elected again? I don't know. I mean, looking at his approval ratings, well, at least the last time I saw, I don't think it's gonna happen. But he pulled a lot of stunts to get to where he is, and I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what the future holds. I'm kind of intrigued, but also don't want to hear all my family members talking about politics for the next couple months. You might ask RJ, who do you mean by RJ? I'm sorry, because if you're talking about a YouTuber, I don't actually know most of their real names. But I am going to have to get somebody to look it over to be my editor. But the thing is, like, I don't know anybody who will do that for free. So I mean, I'd love to have like a couple eyes on it. Maybe some of the YouTubers you already know, but I'm not just gonna. I don't want them to just do it out of the kindness of their hearts, because I don't want to be like a burden to other people. Hello, everyone. What is the book about, dude? I just joined. This book is I'm writing a novel about my entire life. A sort of autobiography. No. It's a flat earth handbook. It's a list of arguments for the flat earth and me systematically responding to them. Thank you for the £2. The £2. Go buy something nice. Thank you. I will. Let's see, what am I gonna get for $2? I'm gonna get I might get a candy bar. I think I need a candy bar for that $2. Thank you. I'm an experienced copy editor. It's not too awful. If it's not too awfully long, I'd be happy to set it up. All right, but you're gonna have to shoot me an email so that I can actually remember you and get in touch with you when the time comes. You should see my business email on my channel description page. So just hit me up over there, then we can talk. I appreciate it very much. I was wondering, have you ever had any paranormal experiences in any form? $3 at least in US dollars? Are you sure? Done. All right, thank you. Hopefully it doesn't hit my spam filter, because every now and then stuff just gets trapped in the spam, and then I never check my spam filter. But, yeah, paranormal experiences. No, I wouldn't say there have been. I mean, I have had, I don't want to say hallucinations, because it sounds like I'm going crazy, but, like, everybody has moments where, like, things are really quiet, and maybe there's, like, constant, like, droning, like a fan or whatever, and you think you hear something, but you really didn't. That's happened to me. You know, like in the dark, you think you see things that you really don't. I mean, that's happened, but those are normal. Those happen to everybody. And like, thing is, I'm not superstitious, so like anything out of the ordinary that happens to me, I'm not all like, "What was that? Was that paranormal?" I'm just like, "Okay, that's a thing that happened. That was strange." So, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but no real paranormal experiences. There goes my data speed dipping again. Damn. Send it to Dead Kennedy in space and send it to Conspiracy Cats. It's a good idea. Those are some good choices. I'll consider it. Flat Earth is a cult religion, has nothing to do with reality. Debunking will not work. You have to attack their faith. Yes and no. It's not necessarily, I wouldn't call it a cult or a religion, because like the flat earth conspiracy theories, it doesn't have anywhere near the impact as Mormons or Jehovah's Witnesses, especially not on people's personal lives. But I will agree that, you know, debunking them or arguing with them isn't really going to change much. You know, you're right. They're not going to change their mind. No flat earther is going to pick up this book and read through it and think, oh, maybe I was wrong. Unless they were already, you know, questioning. But that's not really what I'm doing it for. If I'm being honest, I'm just doing this for fun. And I think you guys out there are the kinds of people to read this sort of thing, because you're the kind of person to watch my videos. So, I don't know. This idea comes from the Counter Creationism Handbook. I actually have it back there. It's sort of this style. It's this sort of style, but instead of flat Earth arguments, it's arguments for creationism. I think the book I think is a bit old now, but it's actually really fun for me to look through, because it's all like, oh, this is their arguments and this is how they're trash. It's amazing, and I kind of wanted to recreate that, but my own thing. Hello from France. Nice to see you. Oh, hello. France, eh? I'm turning Canadian. I'm starting to say A. Because I plan on I'm gonna move to Canada one of these days, so I need to try to fit in. I'm getting that practice in now. A. Anyhow. So let's actually get into this. Okay, I am dropping quite a lot of frames. I'm gonna have to turn my settings down a bit again, but we haven't actually suddenly stopped the stream, which is really good news. Because normally by now I couldn't be streaming at all. Normally we'd be getting 0 kilobits a second, and yeah. What about a boot? It's actually not a boot. It's a boat. I think it's a boat. Anyhow, let's see if we can open. Let's go here. Let's go tfes.org. The Flat Earth Wiki. I think this is where I'm going to get most of my Flat Earth arguments from, because there's a whole lot of stuff on the Flat Earth Wiki. There's 2 Flat Earth societies that have a wiki, and they seem to have the exact same things. So this one seems to have a little bit more, maybe is edited a little more often than the other one, because there's tfes.org and theflatearthsociety.org. And this one's just a little more pleasant. So let's see. The conspiracy. What are we doing? Let's see. How much do we have under the conspiracy? Conspiracy. We have a whole another section for the moon landing, because I anticipate that that's going to be big. UN's logo, NASA fakes all images from space. Let's see. Let's see what these guys have from the conspiracy. I guess there isn't any other Frenchies there. As in the chat. I haven't seen anybody say that they're from France, nor do I think, looking at my analytics, I don't think there's a whole lot of my viewers from France. But I'm 30% French, if that makes you feel any better. I'm Cajun. Blanket term of Zeticism. I wonder if there's anything specifically in Zeticism that I could respond to. I'll look at that later, but Zeticism is like a sort of weird school of thought within like flat earther thing. It's so strange. It's weird. Hello, Hillith. Thank you. Hello. Feel much better? Thanks. Yeah, no problem. I share your heritage, apparently. In your book, be sure to include the statement that flat earthers are more interested in explaining their theories than proving them. Something like that you said once. Yeah, I do believe I said that before. And I do think I'm going to have a sort of a forward, an introduction, maybe both. But I'm definitely going to have a little bit of explanation before it gets into all this and that. But I think that's going to be like the last thing I write. The forward and or introduction. Let's go to evidence for the conspiracy. Astronauts on wires. Oh no. Oh no, the astronauts on wires. Okay, it's linking me to YouTube video, and I don't think my connection is going to be able to handle watching YouTube right now, but that's a huge argument that they make. It's one of the dumbest arguments that they make, but they make it all the time, that astronauts, as you see in their videos, are held up on like strings, wires, and harnesses. Oh no. I am dreading I'm absolutely dreading responding to that one, but we gotta put it down. Let's see. Heading to Astron. How do I word it? Do I say hoisted? Is that a thing people say? They're hoisted on wires and harnesses? We'll say using wires and harnesses in videos from space. We can change it any time, but that's gonna have to do. All right, internet speed slowing down. It shouldn't, because my connection should be the same, but whatever. Maybe we're on peak hours. Yeah. Because they can throttle my connection at any time. So. All right. Sorry if it's buffering. Not much I can do. But, so you don't need to be from France to be a Frenchie. I'm from Montreal, Quebec, and I'm French. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm 30% Frenchy. So we have more French people here than you think. Be sure to mention ad hoc reasoning fallacy that's commonly used by flirfers. I will. I plan on bringing that up all the time because that's really what flat earthers do all the time. Make up ad hoc hypotheses and ad hoc explanations. I'm so sorry because that was probably really loud. I keep bonking into my microphone up here because it needs to be close to my face because it's a dynamic microphone. Anyhow. Hoist or hoisted, depending on the sentence. 30% arsenic. Dangled, controlled by, suspended. I'll say suspended. Suspended by wires and harnesses and videos from space. All right. Here we are. All right, my internet speed's getting really, really low. Should have seen it coming. All right, dropping the bitrate yet again. I wanted to stream earlier in the day, but that didn't happen. It's too busy sleeping and eating food. Anyhow, hello. How many pages long do you plan it to be? I would assume a little under 100 for a book like this. It's really tough to say. It really depends on how many arguments I can find. Because, like, the responses aren't going to be terribly long. Excuse me. So like this is like one of the longer ones that I've written so far. Most of them are going to be maybe about this long, maybe a bit longer. But the thing is, they make so many claims, and the rabbit hole goes so deep that I kind of want to make this book as thorough as possible. So it could end up being around 100, but it could easily end up being longer than that. But we'll have to see. I don't really know, because the counter creationism handbook that I got most of this ideas from, that it's like, it's got to be more than 300. Hold on. Yeah, that's about 300 pages long. The counter creationism handbook. I think there's going to be a lot more pseudoscientific arguments for creationism than the flat Earth. Until we get into really crazy, really dumb arguments for the flat Earth. So we're gonna have to see. I don't know. I misspoke. Proof he's being paid off by NASA. Terribly wrong. I believe it or not, I'm not good at speaking. I'm terrible at it. I know I have like hundreds of videos on YouTube of just me talking, but that's after a lot of editing. I'm terrible at this, especially live. You also have the argument where they show a wet spinning ball saying the Earth is round, and if the Earth is round and spinning, they'll not be able to hold on to its water. Yeah, that's my favorite, or should I say least favorite. I do think I have that though. Was it physics? Water wouldn't stay on a rotating Earth. Page 7. Yeah, so I have that listed. I'm just gonna have to find a nice quote for it. So we have that close look at the lunar lander. That's a wiki page. No delay in communication between astronauts and mission control. I believe I have that already. Didn't know they had a wiki page for it. I believe I was referencing a Jeranism video. And that one. Conspiracy. Astronauts. That would be in moon landing. Under the moon landing section. There's, yeah, I have that already. Yeah, I'm quoting the wiki article. Whatever happened to the moon? A documentary. Boy, I hate flat Earth documentaries. It's flat Earth documentaries. All right, let's see. What about the sneakers? High-res version from NASA's site. For the record, here's what the sole of the Apollo boot looks like. Okay, so it's twisted. It's a completely different sole. Weren't there like 4 people on the moon? There's like 3 or 4 people. Different people who went on the moon. Or was it 2 during Apollo 11? Okay. Internet speed, don't fail me now. I'm going in. Okay, so this is it gonna tell me what mission is this from? A15. Does that stand for Apollo 15? All right, it's not gonna let me do that. Let's go search Google for image. Another angle. Let's see. It's the same thing. I'm not sure which Apollo mission this is from. Let's see, all sizes, 2 people. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because there were 2 people in the fucking, can't remember the word for it. The thing that goes around with 2 people in the lander. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. I don't know the fourth. Right. That's it. Need to have a pillow and drool. Keep up the good work. Peace, everyone. Thank you. Hope you have a nice sleep. Professional editor and longtime fan here, just joining. 100 pages is a good base goal. Are you printing or ebook only? 100 pages would be minimum I'd recommend for print. Yeah, I'm going for ebook, but I would like to have like maybe like a limited edition print thing going on. I want to have 100 pages or more. That's my goal. At least 100 pages. But we'll have to see. Astronauts wore sneakers on the moon. Okay, this is another conspiracy theory. No, it's the other Flat Earth Society. Hello, Flat Earth Society forum. Clutching at straws, silicone rubber can remain quite flexible. Were they silicone? Let's go to the source. No. In a new tab. Page not found. Neat. But if it's silicone, then, yeah. Silicone rubber sole to increase thermal insulation quality. MySpace Museum. Boots. Aha. I hate companies that do this. They register domains and then park it and be like, oh, you got to pay me a whole lot of money for me to give you this domain, which... Thank you for the €2. SYL? Sorry. Anyhow, I'll try to attract more French out here. Thank you. Thank you for the €2. I feel dumb because I don't know what SYL means, but thank you. I appreciate it. I'm wearing sneakers right now. That's got to be proof of something. Right. You could be the one who went to space. Do your soles look like that? Because you might have been in space all along. Oh, boy. Wear sneakers on set. Like, if they did wear sneakers, they wouldn't be taking pictures of it. You know, they'd be cognizant of, like, their footprints if they knew one of them wasn't quite right. You know, like... Anyhow. So, I need to know which mission this one was from. Here it says Apollo 15. I'm getting Apollo 15 vibes from it. All right, is this like... All right, not sure what I'm looking at here. Apollo 15, Russian Wikipedia. Actually, go to Russian Wikipedia. We can close out of this. Then, is this, yeah, Wikimedia Commons. And then let's not have it in Russian. There we go, Apollo 15 Genesis rock. So is that the Genesis rock? I've never heard of this Genesis rock before. Apollo 15 preliminary science support, small white, clasped on top of the... Should we note that this fragment is not in situ, but occurs in... Interesting. They took a picture of a rock. I guess there's not a whole lot of other things for them to take pictures of. Hello, Bob the Science Guy. It's great to listen to your stream during boring Aaron Space talking about the second OneWeb launch. Aaron Space? Huh. Well, I'm glad I could be a little bit of entertainment into your otherwise dull day. I guess I'm doing my job then. Glad you enjoyed the stream. See you later. Sorry, not familiar with abbreviations. See you. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. See you later. Okay. Then bye. See ya, Frenchie. How would you... Hey, would you do a collab with Cosmic Skeptic? I would love to if, like, I knew what what I would want to do as a collab with him, because like I don't know, if I feel like I want to do collabs, right? And I can easily like email these guys and say, "Hey, you want to collab?" But then if I do, I feel like the videos would be like stiff and unnatural because I wouldn't know what to talk about. Thanks for the $2 Canadian, Glass Monster. I'd only buy printed books, no ebooks or downloads. Okay, I can see that. That's fair enough. You know, some people, I can definitely appreciate the physical books. I don't think I've ever downloaded an ebook that wasn't in the public domain or pirated. Okay, now you show up on screen. Thanks, Glass Monster, for the $2 Monopoly dollars. But I will have a printed version, but it's going to be much more expensive and pretty limited because I doubt many people are even going to buy the ebooks. So you will have that option. But I got to say, like, if it's like, imagine like it's going to be at least $10 for the printed book, probably more because I'm self-publishing in low quantity, so maybe like 15 at least, just as a start. But if imagine that like the ebook is like $5, $6, $7, I don't know. But like if it's like that, if it's so cheap and you can like have it just like on your phone or tablet, I'm not saying that your decision is wrong. Like I said, it's really nice to have physical things in your library, but the ebook is starting to grow on me. I think it's a little cool thing. Destroy Kinham. It's been done. Kinham's been done, and I'd get like no views from it. I'd love to, but it's not. It's not on my not on my calendar at the moment. Should do a flare of cherry picked quotes with Bob. A shared interest. Ooh, that could be cool. Linus likes to call them Canadian rupees. Yeah, I think I've heard him say that once or twice. Yeah. Do. So, if we go here, that's just gonna bring us to the JPEG. I want like the actual NASA site. Maybe we can just search for it on NASA's website. So if we go to nasa.gov, hopefully my internet connection will work with me here. Will you ship the book worldwide? I think I'm just gonna have the book, like the physical book, it's probably just gonna be on Amazon. So yes and no. It might only be on like the US Amazon, but if I can get it shipped by Amazon themselves, then you can buy that and have it shipped from anywhere in the world that Amazon is. But you're going to have a US account and buy it from the US? Maybe. That's a really big maybe because I have no idea how this is going to turn out, how I'm going to get this published, what I'm going to do. But if I end up going through Amazon, the answer is yes and no. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. Dubé's book is less than $4 on Amazon. Okay, I think Dubé's book is kind of short. I don't think it has any... I think it has less than 100 pages. And it's also paperback. Softback. it's a softback, but I gotta have me a hardcover copy of the book. Maybe I'll have both options. But if like hardcover is always going to be more expensive than soft cover, so we'll have to see. I'll try to get you. I'll try to get you guys options, but the thing is, I'm not sure how many people's going to be interested in it. So who knows? Word is greater than LibreOffice. I'm going to have to disagree with you there because Word is insanely overpriced for no good reason. I mean, I totally understand, like, if you want to do this as professionally as possible, and if you're like in a professional, like an office setting, and like everybody needs to have this, like, I just, maybe it's better, maybe, but I don't see any feature on Word that I need and isn't in LibreOffice. Like, LibreOffice has everything I need, I think. So, I don't know. I don't know. Gonna have to respectfully disagree. I kind of, I don't know. I might not have a good reason for it, but I really like open source software. And yeah. So Apollo 15 Genesis Rock. Overpriced for Dubé? Yeah, I wouldn't. I think Dubé offers his ebook, the ebook of his 200 proofs for free. Because I have a copy of it, and I know damn well I didn't pay for it. I think it was just, I don't know. You can do print on demand through Amazon and choose international shipping. Cost could be pretty high. I could do that. Bummer. Genesis Rock. All right, reload. Free is still overpriced at free. Yeah, like, you gotta pay me to read Eric Dubé. I definitely feel that. WPS, Libre, OpenOffice all work well. Yeah, like, it's LibreOffice is not bad. Maybe Microsoft Word is better. Maybe Microsoft Office is better, but LibreOffice ain't bad. It ain't bad. Try putting shields down. It's my internet connection. That's the issue. I don't think I've ever had issues with NASA's website with my my ad blocker, but my internet connection is not 100% right now. I can tell you that much. Barbecue sauce is better. Can I have a book about turtles? Hardback? Yeah, with a tiny head and small legs. That's funny. So this is what we have to work with. It's nice to see that NASA site actually works half decently when it works in this mode. Well, you can't see the text, but most websites just can be completely unusable. This is what 2001 mode right here. 1998. What are we doing? Image library. Apollo 15. Genesis Rock. Magazine number. Genesis Rock. I have no idea where the Genesis Rock is going to be. Maybe this will tell us. Figure 320 of Apollo Preliminary Science Report. I don't know. I always pronounce it Liaberry. Library. I think Libre Office, the Libre is like some other language. I don't know if it's Latin or Spanish or something, but I'm fairly confident it's pronounced Libre or something like that. How old are you? 21? I am old enough. Yes, I'm 21. You actually got it dead on. What was that? Did you guys hear that? I would directly send you cash for a hardback. All right, I'm glad to see you guys are so interested in this book, because I was kind of just doing this for myself and I wasn't even sure if I was gonna publish it. But now I know you guys seem to want it. So preliminary science report figures. Oh right, yeah. Sorry, I'm not paying as much attention as I should be. Figure 320. Figure 320. This might not end up actually helping us, because I don't know if I pressed 3. I swear, this keyboard. Neato. There is no 320. Do we have? So this is the Genesis Rock. Before of the Genesis Rock. Genesis Rock. Genesis Rock. So this is just going to be a list of images, I think. 190K or 1,151K. I'm an idiot. Is this timestamp? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We know it's the Apollo 15. So let's see. We're gonna have to put this in the book under the moon landing. Is that it? I only have 2 things under moon landing. Well, we're gonna add more. This is heading 2. Yes, heading 2. There are sneaker sole footprints or sole prints? Prints on the moon. In what do I don't know why this is giving me issues just thinking of the ways to word it. Do I say there are sneaker prints on the moon, there are sole prints in Apollo images? I don't know why. Can you make a playlist of all your unlisted live streams and unlisted videos? I don't know how many unlisted videos I have, and if they are unlisted or private, then it's for a reason. But okay, here's my plan. I plan on streaming to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I'm not doing it right now, and I might potentially never do it, but this is the idea I'm having. I have the idea of streaming to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time, but the YouTube streams are going to be unlisted or private or deleted eventually, but they'll stay up on Twitch. So if you're interested in the live streams, you'll go to the place that's known for live stream. That is Twitch TV. And this will be just mostly, normal videos. I think boot prints. The thing is, they're saying that it's not a boot, that it's a sneaker. So it's not like a sneaker boot print or a boot sneaker print. It's sneakers. Sneaker prints? Yeah. We notice you look like the hockey player Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner. I'm not familiar with the hockey. Let's go to... I don't believe you. What? I hope you're not talking about me, cause no, I don't. Look at that nose. He's got a nose. That is not my nose. All right. No. No, he has a crook in his nose. I don't. The creative boots specially designed for walking on a lunar surface. Yeah, that's the thing. And I apparently a forum post said that they were silicone, which if that's the case, then it's like it's gonna be bending a whole lot. Why did you Google yourself? It's not okay. All right. Whatever. I thought I was planar walk, and now I'm Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner. Didn't know you played hockey. I didn't either. That is not my nose. There's no way. No. No. See, my nose is I got a bulb. I got a bulb on my nose. Mitch Marner doesn't have that pear nose like I do. How will your internet connection survive streaming to Twitch and YouTube at the same time? Get Starlink. There's this service called Restream. I think it's Restream.io or something like that, where I just stream to there and they will stream it to both places at once. So I only need to have the connection for one. Speaking of connection, mine is getting really bad. Like I said, I should have done this earlier in the day. It probably would have been much better if I did this earlier in the day as I was planning to do, but I don't know. Having trouble sleeping, so then I end up waking up late, so still planar walk. You guys should send planar walk images of Mitch Marner. No, don't even like give him any context. Just fill his chat with images of Mitch Marner. I don't even know if YouTube will allow that through without going through the comment spam filter, but I think it'll be funny. Send it to my other YouTube channel, Planar Walk. Nobody there will get the joke. So, I don't know. Where do we go for information on the Apollo 15 base suit? And in, we'll say, photos of the moon? Lunar surface? We'll say lunar surface, because that sounds more proper. We'll say quotations. Let's find. It's a completely different soul. Oh, it has the thing here. Do I... maybe I'll find a better quote to pick, because they don't elaborate at all. But we'll say... Gotta make sure they're proper ellipses and not 3 periods, because there's a difference. We'll see. It's a completely different sole. Maybe we'll find a better image. I honestly think that footprint is a slightly slanted piece of ground, giving the appearance of being a different boot. Let's see. It could be. The thing is that it let's go for one of the smaller ones. All right, let's go for the original file. Let's go. The thing is that it like kind of curves. It kind of curves. It's not just slanted. It's a little bit curved, which I don't know what sneaker would have this. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about sneakers, but it looks. And there's this one right next to it, which, you know, flat earthers will be like, "Oh, there's one right next to it. It can't be curved because this one looks normal," and so does that one. It's really hard to tell though. Looking at the shadows, I don't see a whole lot of difference between this and that. But no, if he was just turning his foot with a silicone rubber sole, you know, that's my angle. Is this not just a foot pivot? That's exactly what it is. Curved from the moment while lifting. Exactly. Exactly. But then the argument is, why don't these ones have it? Which, you know, you can't ever stop arguing with these guys, but let's see, aaronspace.si.edu. We can jump to spacesuits. Let's see what Wikipedia has to say. Maybe Wikipedia will give us to a good source. I say is it says citation needed. Let's look at the sole. Let's look at boot. Chrome LR was also used on the upper lunar boots. And you make those. Teflon reused for additional abrasive. Do we have silicone? No. Rubber. It was a one piece. Was it synthetic and natural rubber? Rubber coated nylon. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the shoes. The zipper had rubber teeth and provides sealing. Oh, that's interesting. The inner zipper on the spacesuit was rubber, and that sealed it. That's cool. That's interesting. Spacesuits. Or redesigned spacesuits in previous Apollo flights, including non-lunar flights, the commander and larger pilot suits, life support, liquid cooling, blah blah blah. New suits dubbed A7LB. How the connectors suited. Yeah. Anyhow. A7LB. Yeah, this is the page I was just at. The first point out the wrong foot pattern in the spacesuit at NASA where they fail is that they wore the overboot. Where they fail is that they wore the overboot. The overboot. Okay. I'm not sure what the soles look like either way. Let's go to si.edu now. Wikipedia didn't help me. So is this just images? I mean, it's cool, but all right, let's see. A7LB. Here we go. Let's go long description. Can we go boot? Let's go rubber. Blue fingertips are made of silicone rubber to provide more sensitivity. Neat. Materials, interior, wrist locking. Let's go sole. Apollo 15, A7LB, the other A7, LB, boot. Okay, this one explains the overboot. Lunar overboot. The boot which left the footprint was simply called lunar overboot or lunar boot. One of the few parts of the Apollo spacesuit which did not have a long name, requiring an acronym for everyday use. This boot was worn over the main spacesuit. Okay. Lunar boots. So this is interesting. I never thought I'd be looking up the space boots today. Clearly a basketball game broke out on the moon. I actually was reading something about like how they walked on the moon, because like every astronaut, like the question was like the most like efficient way to walk, like whether it was like something about skipping specifically, how some of the guys on moonwalks would skip. And apparently, like if you jump up high enough, like you slowly start to lean backwards as you land. And I forget who it was, but one guy almost fell when doing that, and I think one guy did fall just by jumping too high, because you can't really land properly. So I don't know what they had to do, but it's not. I mean, apparently it is easy to maneuver around the moon, but it's not quite the same as Earth. The Flurfs think the footprints should match the space suit. Yeah. Can I... I need to see your soul. Give me your soul. They're not going to show me the souls, are they? Alright, this is just going to be of this exhibit here, I guess. Let's see. Each boot's sole is comprised of silicone rubber. Ribs protrude from the bottom of the sole to increase thermal insulation capacities, to provide lateral rigidity, to provide traction on the lunar surface. The ribs were spaced to fit rungs of the lunar module's ladder. Oh, so the ribs specifically match up to like the ladder. They thought of everything, didn't they? So yeah, that's just silicone rubber right there. They fell a lot on the moon. Yeah, I can imagine so. Give me your soul. Not, I said give me your soul, but that's SOLE, like the sole of your shoe, not SOUL. Silly bunny hop. Good night, everyone. Time for me to call it a night. All right, I'll see you, Guy Incognito. Guy the Incognito. See ya. So, what do we do? First off, so this is heroicrelics.org. I'm not sure if heroicrelics.org is a place that I would want to be citing. I don't know. I mean, I've already cited YouTube videos at this point, for the flat Earth arguments specifically, I should say. But let's see here about, because I kind of want more like educational, scientific sources. Like, I don't know. So this is just a site run by one guy. This site, I visit all the Man-to-Polo command modules in North America. Oh, so this is a guy. He just really loves space. I can appreciate that. Overboot gallery. So this is very informative, but I think we're gonna have to find a more official source first. What is this? Is this an official source? It's not going to load. Is what it is. Not going to load at all. Fine. Let's see. Boot by space. Just say, let's look up silicone soul. Maybe that'll find me what I want. So we have heroicrelics.org, National Museum. Just the National Museum. Okay, here's one from NASA.gov, which takes too long to respond, except when it doesn't. Actually, I might have needed that. We'll load it later. Let's see. Do rubber. Okay. Say TLSA A7LB torso limb suit assembly. Okay. So the boot assembly includes an outer fabric restraint, a sole and heel assembly, an inner rubber bladder. Heel and sole assembly. Is this the outer boot? Honeycomb. The heel and sole assemblies employ the inner core of aluminum honeycomb in the heel and arch areas, and stainless steel truss core in front of sole area. The areas where honeycomb is used are rigid, and the truss areas permit longitudinal flexibility to accommodate normal foot movements. So that's interesting. So, longitudinal. Give me your soul? Sure thing. Just give me enough money to retire and you can have my soul. I feel like I call him a NASA fanboy. Nylon webbing. Let's see. Nylon webbing is a cable attachment point. Not entirely sure. Now I am. Thanks for the $2. $2 more. Well, Canadian dollars. Anyhow, thanks for the 2 Glass Monster. Give me your soul. Like I said, I need enough money to retire. And that's going to be at least like, it's got to be more than $12, right? Thank you for the 2. I appreciate it. But I'll tell you what, you've worked yourself up to earning my soul a little bit. You don't have my soul yet, but you're getting there. And now you pop up on screen. On screen. I don't know why it takes so long, but it does. Let's say soul. That's gonna find more relevant. Yeah, I think it's gonna be it. Is this labeled? 21 ITGM boots. So yeah. So this is, what is this? Okay, so the ITGM boots are the over boot question mark? $350. Yeah, it's gonna cost you about $350. Good evening all from the UK. Well, hello. From the America. Excuse me. Normally I would have water over here, but I had tea today, and I drank all of it by now. So this is telling me that the soul assembly was indeed not the soul assembly. A soul and heel assembly. Areas where honeycomb are used. Metal eyelets and grommets line the reinforced holes, provide cable attachment ports. Regional layer. Includes an outer fabric restraint, a sole and heel assembly, and an inner rubber bladder. The heel and sole assembly employ inner core of aluminum, honeycomb in the heel and arch areas, stainless steel. So this doesn't tell me the material of, like, the outside of the sole. Just an inner rubber bladder, and that there was metal inside the thing. Let's see. Sole assembly. You got it. High strength silicone rubber. The function is lunar boot sole. So this is exactly what it wants. I have no idea what this is, or how to cite it in APA style. What is Apollo Operations Handbook? Extravehicular mobility unit. Kids, can you? All right. So this is I'll tell you what. I'll put this here. We'll go to text body, and I'll just put that here for safekeeping. Add a little bit of a note. Silicone rubber lunar boot sole, and we'll get to that later. Let's continue on. I've dwelt on this for long enough. I don't really know what this is. Well, okay, we're gonna have to close out of that, and we'll see for reference. I'll put those 2 links in there for later. I'll figure out what to do with them. afterwards. All right. So, what else can we find in the conspiracy section? Okay, there's athleticism. Yeah, this isn't as interesting as I thought it would be. I only drink coffee. Yeah, I can't really stand the taste of coffee until I load it with creamer and sugar. And I would just, I don't know, rather have tea. I don't know. I just don't like, I don't know. I don't like the taste. And tea usually has less caffeine, which might be good or bad depending on how you look at it, but I don't know. There's this time where I was like drinking a lot of caffeine, but when I stopped, because I think I just ran out of grocery money for the month, and I had to, there's like a week or two, like a week and a half, where I just didn't have access to caffeine anymore, and I felt absolutely terrible. It was so bad. So I decided that I just really have to limit my caffeine, because I just can't be going crazy on the caffeine like I was then, because if I ever just don't have caffeine, I'm going to hate myself for a couple of days. I only drink rum and Coke. I can respect that. Like the only alcohol that I can like, not the only one that I can drink, but the only one that I can drink for a long period of time is just vodka mixed in with some sort of soft drink. I prefer Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew and vodka. It's pretty good, but that's just about it, cuz I don't know, maybe I'm weird. I don't like the taste, and I also get insane migraines cuz I have migraines, and alcohol is a huge trigger for those migraines. It's not just a normal hangover. It's like in a couple hours my head is splitting apart at the seams. It's terrible. That happened to me, ended up in the hospital. Caffeine? The caffeine withdrawals? Yeah, they suck. Losing confidence in him. I never used to like coffee. Now I have to have a coffee as soon as I get up. Yeah. Yeah, I guess now nicotine is what my caffeine, nicotine has replaced caffeine for me, which is not much better. I mean, you're much more likely to have a heart attack on caffeine if you overdo it, I suppose, but hi from Netherlands. Hello. What's the book about? This book, I'm going to show you. This is a handbook of all of the flat earth arguments I can find, quotes of that argument being used, and then just me debunking it. So it's a handbook, so to speak, of like a flat earth argument handbook. This isn't an original idea. I got this idea from the Counter Creationism Handbook, which I thought was really fun to read because I'm just that sort of person. So I was like, you know what? I argue with the flat earth all the time. I could do that myself. I was started doing it for fun, but people in the chat seem to be really, really interested in it. They keep asking me all about when and how it's going to be published. So, I guess we're gonna have to finish it. What a surprise! I have a screwdriver. I don't do alcohol. I got too many family members that have an alcohol problems. Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Not a whole... I don't think... Apparently my stepdad had a drinking problem at one point. Maybe, if I understand correctly. But other than that, I don't know anybody in my family that's like abused alcohol. I don't know. I was raised around an environment where they're all about being responsible, drinking responsibly, and I appreciate that, and I don't know. Sometimes I really have to limit myself as well, but I can appreciate the self control that that you're showing. Dump the cigarettes, get some weed. I wish I could. I wish I had the right friends. I wish I had the money. I'm right now drinking white chocolate with as much caffeine as an energy drink to stay awake. Very delicious. That sounds delicious. Apparently, I looked up something the other day. Not the other day, like months ago. I'm lying to you. I'm sorry. I don't know why I lie to you like that. But apparently, Diet Mountain Dew is loaded with caffeine. Now, the numbers, they vary widely depending on where you look, because nobody really knows, because they don't have to list how much is in it, nor is it easy to test. But apparently, rumor has it, Diet Mountain Dew is so high in caffeine, maybe not quite the level of energy drink, but close to it. It's insane. And I used to drink that a lot. Yeah. Eagerly waiting the flashlight sun. Guten Tag. The flashlight sun. Oh boy. Like the spotlight sun? Because I do have spotlight sun listed here under astronomy. Yeah, the very first argument in the book, at least at the moment. This could change, but the very first thing I have now is the spotlight sun. But I love the experiments they do where they shine a flashlight through a bowl and they're all like, "Oh, this is strange. Look at this. Maybe this is where stars come from." It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. All this flat earth stuff is ridiculous. And now I'm obsessing over it for 100 or more pages. You need to do some flat earth bingo tables in the back as arguments are predictable. That's genius. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's funny. Maybe we should do a live stream. I'll have another YouTuber, some sort of guest. Well, I'll have a guest, and we'll play Flat Earth Bingo. We'll watch a video or like a Flat Earth documentary. We'll create bingo cards and see, and whoever wins gets the others, the subscribers, all of them. I don't know. That's a genius idea. How do FE tards explain Antarctica? How do flat Earth tards explain Antarctica experiencing 24-hour daylight? Antarctica, they don't believe they have a 24-hour day at all. They just don't believe it. They don't believe it. You'll see time lapses on the internet, and they're all like, "That's not the South Pole, that's the North Pole." Or they're all like, "This is fake because the sun goes behind this camera thing and the lens flare changes, so it's obviously fake. It's obviously photoshopped." You see, I don't know why I do this to myself, but I'm writing the book on this. The decisions I make. Oh no. NASA faking the colors of the Martian sky. I've seen this argument. Basically, they're saying they're photoshopping images of Mars. They're really images of someplace on Earth, and they just make the sky look brown or red or whatever. I'm colorblind. I don't fucking know. But let's see. NASA has been caught. I love it. They caught them. They caught NASA modifying the colors of the Martian sky from the Pathfinder mission specifically. Is this a YouTube video? Of course it's a YouTube video. I'm not gonna be able to load this YouTube video very well, but we gotta check it out in a new tab, that is. Let's go. Oh, well we only have 240p, so this is gonna be. For Mars, 2 colors have changed. What? Oh, the NASA logo as a different color. How did I know? It was because of the sky? Skyline doesn't look natural? Because you're... Oh my. Oh boy, this is the sort of rock hard evidence they have that the lunar, that there never was a Mars rover. It's all fake. The Earth is flat. It's a huge conspiracy. I want to see the before image of this. Where's the before image of the NASA thing? We don't have a before and after, or is it no, I don't fucking know. We're not gonna go through that right now. You should open a stand at a Flat Earth convention selling this book. That would be funny, but I don't have... I'm not about to stand in a Flat Earth convention for multiple hours for any reason. You know? I'd love to do that, but then I'd have Flat Earthers talking to me, and I don't want to talk with Flat Earthers. Setting white balance to see what we would rather than camera setting white balance is not an unreasonable thing to do. It hardly disproves Mars. Setting white balance to what we would see rather than the camera setting balance. Not an unreasonable thing to do. It hardly disproves Mars. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to say exactly what they were trying to say because I didn't even watch the whole video, but I know enough to say this is ridiculous. But we gotta do this. We gotta... Wait, did I cite the other... I didn't cite the lunar foot thing. See, sneakers on the moon. We gotta create the citation. This is my least favorite part of all of this. Excuse me. But it's necessary. Let's say... moon landing, lunar surface. We gotta go what is it? Sneakers on the moon. Okay. Last modified on the 1st of December 2013. So we'll say 2013. Why does it not... I pressed 3. As for some reason, my 3 key is really messing up right now. So let's go element of P, Q, or S. Sneakers on the moon. Wiki article. And that's 2013. 13. 3 keys. Messing me up, man. December 1st. Retrieved from There. I stopped watching me because I was getting brain tumor from all the flat earth videos. I know how you feel. I know exactly how you feel. It's not easy making these videos all the time. It's not always easy. Anyhow, we have that. There are several telltale signs that colors from photographs have been modified. For example, the Pathfinder record. We can see the NASA logo has turned bright pink. Also, in the 70s, there were allegations NASA was faking color of the Martian sky from the Viking missions. Forum user Ski posts the following on the topic of Mars. I had no doubts under the infamous sundial pictures. It's clearly Mars, sky blue, doubt somewhere, blah, blah, blah. We'll have this. This will be the quote. We'll copy NASA faking the colors of the Martian sky. Oh boy. Do I put this under conspiracy, or do I change moon landing to like all space expeditions? I don't know. I feel like we'll leave moon landing as it is. Landing is its own conspiracy theory. Flatards are stupid and young earthers are stupider. Yeah, but young earthers have been arguing for longer than flat earthers have. So arguing with them is kind of a bit more intriguing because their lore goes a bit deeper. Moon slippers match your shirt. I'm always wearing a striped shirt. You know me. This is my style. Striped shirt. You know how it is. Bye. All right. See ya. Hope you have a good day or night or whatever it is. What is this? No. Go away. Astronauts suspended by wires. UN's logo. NASA fakes all images from space. I'm not sure where I want to put this. It's kind of arbitrary wherever I put these things. So heading 3. Heading 2? Yeah, heading 2. Let's see. NASA. How do I put the title? Do I just put NASA fakes the colors of the Martian sky? We'll say images from Mars. I don't know how to put this. I'm not leaving saying bye to... Oh, okay. All right. Oh, right. Time to call it a night. Good luck with the book. Okay. Sorry for the confusion. I'll see you, TGK2K. I'll see ya. Thank you for the good luck. All right. I'm sorry. Like I said before, I don't pay near as much attention as I should. Because I'm not good at this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just not good at this. Remove. That's what I meant to do. Striped shirts free at your local lockup. I think they've moved on to solid orange now. Or is it solid white? I don't know. Depends on where you go. Depends on where you go. I think it's just solid orange around here. Actually, Mars dust isn't rusty, but chili powder. That's why it looks so tasty. Thank you. That explains a lot. Anyhow. It is from Mars. We'll say... The Martian sky NASA selling an illusion, maybe? How do I put this in like a short, sweet headline almost? The color of the Martian sky is fate. The Martian skies is color. Nice. Color is adulterated. Say adulterated. Hi, Keith. Hello, Victor. We'll just say Martian sky's color is fake. We'll just do that. Whatever. It's not important. Quotes, quotations, do. There are several telltale signs that the colors in the photographs have been modified. For example, the Pathfinder record, we see that the NASA logo has turned a bright pink. Also, in the 1970s, there were allegations that NASA was faking the color of the Martian sky from the Viking missions. All right, that sounds good to me. We'll say, we'll just copy and paste that. Let's see. 27th of February, 2019. 27th of February, 2019. Come on, why is the scrolling so scuffed? Okay, I'll M in. We are citing a wiki article. It is 2019. Was it December? February. Way off. February 27. And it's retrieved from here. So there we go. Our work is cited. Kimo will try and set color balance to 50% gray. It would not be representative of how our eyes would see it. That is why NASA changes the colors. Yeah, but their argument isn't that, you know, they've done basic image editing beforehand. It's that the sky used to be blue in the picture because it's really a picture from Earth. So they changed it to orange or whatever color. Again, I'm colorblind. Let's see what this is. This is arguments from the 70s, apparently. Oh boy. So this is a Viking lander before colorization, so I can list after the colorization. Oh boy. Like, surely this does not look like a normal, whatever. I mean, when the first color images when Viking lander were received, crowd surrounded monitors, blah, blah, blah. While he watched, the Viking imaging team technician adjusted the color control on every monitor in the laboratory, increasing the red channel so that the sky lost its blue tint. The color of all rocks shifted from earthy, blah, blah, blah. So they're saying that they literally just cranked up the red on their monitors. And, whoa, Mars looks red now. That's their argument. Or at least that was the argument from the 70s. The argument has changed a little. Color correction equals fake. Oh boy. Yeah, right, exactly. I'm watching this on a 60-inch screen and my amps weigh more than you. Yeah. I gotta say, Your setup is a little overkill for my 24 frames per second, 720p stream at like, what is it, 700 kilobits a second? Because that's all my connection can afford right now. And as I say that, the connection dips to 0 for like a second before crawling back up. That's dedication to these terrible streams. Appreciate you. What's this flat earther craziness about the Nikon P1000 all about? Okay. It used to be the P9000 that flat earthers just had a hard-on for. And now it's the P900. Sorry, it used to be P900. That would get their P900s real hard because you could zoom in so far, so incredibly far. And now they just came out with the new P1000, which is kind of the same thing, but a little bit better. So that's that. Because they love the idea that, oh, just zoom in and everything will just come back into view. Because there's no horizon. It's just a vanishing point. Which is so goddamn frustrating. Like, they act as if the people who observed ships going over the horizon didn't have telescopes, didn't think to use some sort of aid instead of the naked eye, or God, okay. I'm trying to keep my cool. Normally, I'm really cool and calm talking about flat earth things, but they're so stupid. Anyhow, how long is the stream going to be? LMAO. I don't know. I mean, we're reaching 2 hours soon. So it might be soon. Usually the stream ends when my internet connection gives out, but since I've upgraded my my mobile plan and I'm now streaming off of phone tethering, I could essentially go as long as I want. But seeing that it's 7 o'clock, I'd say, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes more. Maybe. I'm not sure. How do they explain airplanes? I don't know. It's like they think airplanes work the same way, but that, they just don't need gravity to do it, I guess. In fact, some flat earthers, this has got to be some of the dumbest stuff I've heard, but some flat earthers are all like, if gravity is real, how are birds flying? How are airplanes in the air? Why doesn't gravity work on those? I get such idiocy, but there are people that say that. I'm watching this on 16 screen. I've read this before. Anyhow. What am I doing? NASA's been caught modifying the colors of the Martian sky Pathfinder mission according to this 240p YouTube video. Forum user ski post. Okay, so here's their sources. A 240p YouTube video, a forum post, I think, and a website talking about arguments from the 70s. That's their evidence for NASA faking the colors of the Martian sky. You got to give them credit. They're grasping at straws, but they're finding a lot of straws to grasp. Their dedication is... It would be admirable if they weren't so idiotic. Birds are government drones, though? They could be. You got a point there. Airplanes are a social construct. Yes, they are. 1 a.m. here? Wow, you are really dedicated to my channel if you're watching me at 1 a.m. arguing with flat earthers. That's like Sometimes I wonder how you guys enjoy what I do. Like, this is a little much even for me. Glad you're here though. Glad you guys enjoy it. Bubbles and lights? Oh no. I didn't want to have to go here, but like the whole bubbles in the space videos cuz they're all underwater while somehow talking. Ugh. Okay, well this is a YouTube video. We're not going to YouTube right now cuz my poor mobile connection can't handle it. Buoyancy, obviously. 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 Click on the ISS tab. Where's my ISS tab? Need some THC for that vape. I would love it if I had a if it was legal here and if I knew I wouldn't get lung disease from bootleg THC cartridges, cuz that's where all those kids who suddenly fell ill for like a month and then sorry to get political here, but then like everybody was pushing to regulate normal nicotine e-cigarettes because some stupid kids were using bootleg THC cartridges and got lung disease from it. I don't know. As I care about e-cig regulation because like I hate that they're trying to crack down on e-cigs, but like normal cigarettes, they're just fine where they are. Like just lately, yeah, in the U.S. This is from the U.S. I don't know where all you guys are at, but in the U.S. they've been pushing to ban e-cigs and ban flavors. At this point, they haven't tried to do anything harsher than normal cigs, at least in most places, which I think is good because they recently raised the age of both e-cigs and tobacco cigarettes from 18 to 22, which sucks if you're 18 years old and addicted to nicotine, but I know I'm glad that, you know, the proper cancer sticks are a little less available. There's a word I'm looking for, can't find it. But yes, I use OpenOffice myself. Yeah, I considered OpenOffice mostly because I knew how to pronounce it. But I settled on LibreOffice because apparently this is the more official branch from like the old thing that it used to be, and apparently it has more features than OpenOffice. I'm not really sure. It's free and open source, so it didn't really matter much to me in either way. So I was like, maybe this one's a little bit better. Either way, I'd rather use either of them than pay for Microsoft Office. Well, I'm naughty and smoke a pipe. Yeah. As long as you know the risks, do whatever it is you can legally do. I'm joining your stream at 2 a.m. right now. Diehard fan of your flat earth busting since the Falcon Heavy video. Yeah, that was my most, still is my most popular video, the Falcon Heavy video. And like I'm glad that it boosted my channel so, but it's like, I don't know, every now and then I feel bad because like, that's not my best work. I'm pretty sure the guy that I was responding to was a Poe, which I guess doesn't really matter because whether or not he believes in his argument doesn't mean that, I don't know, never mind. But hey, nice to see you. Diehard fan. Glad to see some diehard fans, I suppose. But yeah, I use e-cigs. I'm starting to call it e-cigs instead of vaping because it sounds more adult to me. But I'd rather use e-cigs because I don't want soot in my lungs. You know how it is. Okay, so what's next? What's next on our list? Bubbles and lights, Did I? Oh no, it goes to YouTube video. But I have to put that down because we got to get there at some point. Go to conspiracy. Maybe I should split conspiracy into like space and stuff like that, because that's where most of these are coming from. NASA fakes all images from space. Excuse me. We'll say there are bubbles in videos from space. We'll say visible air bubbles, and then we change this to heading 2. And we're going to have to get back to that one, because right now we're focusing on adding the arguments before we respond to them, because responding to them is going to be a lot of research, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to focus enough to do that on stream most of the time. Apollo's sun is stage light. Yeah, we're going to have to do stuff about lighting on the moon landing. Say heading 2. We'll say moonwalk footage uses artificial lighting. And we'll find a source for that eventually. A documentary? What happened to the moon? Since 4. Thomas Barron's silenced for attempting to expose the truth. I have this one before, and I even cited this very article. So I already have this one. Leaving that. There was photography analysis. Of course, it's a YouTube video. They cite YouTube videos. It's so strange the way they do these things. Close look at the lunar lander. Astronaut wires, how they did an assessment ball. Mars missions, Saturn missions. YouTube videos. What is this? Photoshopped? We're going to have to go to that one as well. The ISS. The Earth is an egg. Google Maps background. Oh, okay. The Earth is an egg. Oh, because it's distorted because of the lens. This is just... In the below ISS images, the curvature of the Earth is not an arc of a circle. Are these all images with a fisheye lens looking through a window? Okay, these two are. These two are looking through windows. So you have like 2 lenses, essentially. Maybe even 3 if there's like double pane. So who knows? I don't have to research, but didn't they themselves, well, I guess it wouldn't apply here, but they themselves said that the apparent curvature of the Earth is due to the spotlight sun having a circular shadow, not like a circular outline. What you're seeing is like the edge of the shadow, but except you can't see. Anyhow. But that wouldn't apply here because the sun would have to be like behind the camera in order for this to, yeah, you see. Sorry I joined late. What sort of write-up is this? Jest or what? It's way more serious than my mental health will allow. But no, this is an anti-flat earth argument handbook, so to speak, modeled after the counter-creationism handbook. I'm going to be bringing that a lot as I continue these streams. I'm going to be bringing that up a lot as I continue these streams. But yeah, I'm listing flat earth arguments, showing them word for word, and then systematically responding to them. Eventually to be published and sold. So that's what I'm doing. Oh gosh, this old argument. The lights are too well, and there are no stars in the sky. Shit, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Did I believe I have the whole no stars in the sky argument. Do. No stars in the sky. I could have sworn. Stars, stars, stars. Yeah. Photos from space don't show stars. That's in photography. None of this in the photography section. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a space exploration section. I'm going to take all of these in the photography section and most of it in the conspiracy section and move that to the space exploration section. But we're going to have to see. If there is no space, how are they taking pictures? It's photoshopped. It's all Photoshop, so the argument goes. Photographers always choose poor quality versions with huge compression artifacts. They never go to the best quality versions because you can see that the bubbles and harnesses don't exist. Well, most of what I've seen with the whole bubbles argument is from the ISS, and they usually don't have, like, they'll have like 1080p, sometimes 720p depending on what you're looking at, and they'll like zoom in on it a lot and whatever, but it's just dust. That's all it is. It's dust floating around, and it's not falling because there's no gravity, so it's just going to continue going wherever it goes. So whatever sort of debris or dust or whatever, some of it's going to fly in front of the camera lens, but no, it's a bubble. It's a bubble floating up. And somehow that makes sense to them when there's computers around, because apparently those are underwater, when their hair doesn't look wet at all, and when they're talking and breathing underwater sometimes, apparently. I don't know. It astounds me. The mental gymnastics astounds me, but that's their argument. Sometimes their argument is better than that, but anyhow. Do I do this? Do I respond to this? I don't know. It's going to be a bit difficult for me to find data on exactly like the lenses. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm not sure if I include this one. Do I include this one? This isn't a very common argument. So maybe I'll stick to the common arguments. At least one's more common than that. NASA says the ISS generally maintains the same altitude at all times. Check out fake Google Maps background in blah, blah, blah of the ISS. See the color of tiny patchwork fields? What? Tiny patchwork. Color of tiny. Where? What? Where? At that height, entire countries can be seen. So, on the night side, when everything's fucking lit up by artificial lighting, you can clearly see the coasts. But when you're looking straight down at an area of land only lit by the sun, it's difficult to see where the coastline is. Is that the argument? Am I getting this right? I hope that's not the argument here, because YouTube is constantly telling me that my bitrate is lower than it should be, but you're going to have to deal with it, YouTube. It's not like there's a whole lot of detail in this blank white space over here anyhow. But can I... There you go. I'll put that over there. So here, so that it looks more interesting. There you go. I don't know what I'm doing. But could you even No, you couldn't even read what I was reading. I knew there was a reason I had it over here. Anyhow. See the color of tiny patchwork fields. Whatever. That's not going to be common enough argument for more in the news. I don't care about what's in the news right now, all right? Conspiracy theorists confident photoshopped NASA images cover up. Saturn's moon left in high contrast version showing Photoshop marks. That's not Photoshop marks. That's... I'm all right. I'm okay. So whatever. Alien conspiracy theorists? A video posted on YouTube yesterday showed an image of Saturn's moon. Can we see the YouTube video? Can you link me the video? Sourcenews.com.au. Did they literally cite themselves as the source of this image? Why is nothing changed? I don't understand. Anyhow, she explains the process further in planetary.org. Blah, blah, blah. Sigh. Clearly visible are brushstrokes that show how the rainbow aura of object has been blacked out. All right, I feel like this one's a solid maybe. So let's see. NASA image, which one is this? Which one is this? Cassini Saturn? Let's see, what exactly is this? Images of Saturn's moons, Dione and Titan. Let's see. Let's go. I'll put in photography because I'm probably going to end up changing this anyway. Come on, dude. Don't do me like this. Don't strike through. Let's go. Heading 2. This is image of Saturn's moons, Dione and Titan is photoshopped. And then we'll just have... All right, that's cool. We'll just paste the link and we'll get back to it. You should go to Team Skeptic. His guest can't connect. Like right now, I don't think it can. Not right now. What is going on? I'm writing a book. Responding to a whole bunch of flat earth arguments. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So let's see. Close look at the lunar lander. What are these quotes from? Are these Tom Bishop? These are like forum posts or like image things. Open the above image in new window and make sure it's expanded to full size. Up close inspection, one might notice the lunar lander is supposed to 6 billion, blah, blah, blah. It is in truth made out of cardboard paper, few old curtain rods, a roll of roofing paper, some floodlight holders, gold foil, and lots of scotch tape to hold it together in the hostile environment of the moon's surface. How hostile is the moon's surface? You know, what are you having? Dust storms? We're having a fucking hurricane on the moon with its lack of atmosphere? The worst they have to worry about is radiation and the temperature from the radiation of the sun. And I think they got that down pretty well with their gold foil. Gold foil. They say gold foil like it's aluminum foil from the kitchen. Have you tried covering something in gold foil? It's not cheap. We gotta add this one. What do I... Okay, so we're going to say it's going to be in the moon landing section. Where do I put it? Right here. Heading to the... Gotta go, see y'all. All right, see ya, Brendan. Nice of you to stop by. NASA under some serious budget constraints for that photo. Yeah, it was never meant to be photographed up close. It was a background prop. Oh, so you're writing a whole book debunking the flat Earth? At least that's my guess. That's nice. Yes, that's essentially what I'm doing. At least going through their arguments and debunking their arguments. This isn't like proof of the round Earth. This is debunking their arguments. Yeah. We'll say the lunar lander does it say which one? No, doesn't matter. Is lunar lander capitalized? I'll assume it's capitalized. Lander. How do I say? Is held together with duct tape. No, they say scotch tape. Listen, held together with scotch tape. That's, my God. That's... I didn't hear the lots of scotch tape argument before. Is that the lunar lander, a supposed $6 billion hallmark of American engineering, is in truth made out of cardboard paper, a few old curtain rods, a roll of roofing paper, some floodlight holders, gold foil, and lots of scotch tape to hold it all together in a hostile environment of the moon's surface. So a close look at the lunar lander. July 1st, 2019. That'll do. 2019. Do we go by A or close? I'm going to have to look this up and might change later, but I'm going to assume that it goes first before anything else. Because it's the title of the article. So, 2019, was it July 1st? July 1st. Yes, July 1st. Then Excuse me. Don't forget the Flex Seal. They didn't have that in the 60s. They're actually using flex tape produced 69 years ago in Area 51. Exactly. Exactly. All you need is a spirit level and seaside horizon camera to debunk the flat Earth. It's not terribly difficult to debunk the flat Earth. It's more difficult to argue with flat Earthers that it is indeed evidence of a round Earth, if that makes sense. It's not so much, you know, there's no proof of the round Earth. It's just that flat Earthers are just so darn good at making stuff up that you just can't do anything. Velcro, yes. The lunar lander is held together with Velcro. I don't know where they're seeing the Scotch tape. I mean the rods, I guess they're saying curtain rods because they're rods, so they must be cheap. They must be just aluminum bullshit. This is just the outer layer, the outer covering. I'm gonna have to look into exactly what the black is for, what all of this is for, come to think of it. But like, no. I don't think that the Scotch tape comment was serious, but roll of roofing paper. Come on. The hell is cardboard paper? I must be missing something because I don't think cardboard is a paper and I don't think paper can be a cardboard. Unless it's like, okay, it's the kind of paper that cardboard is made out of. All right, that makes sense. Right. Cardboard is heavy duty paper-based product having, okay. I get it. Shiny strips must mean Scotch tape, but like what shiny strips? Like, okay, it's gonna have to load again. What state am I in? I am sorry, my internet speed dipped there. What state am I in? I am currently fully conscious. I am awake and I am in a normal state of consciousness. But to answer your question non-sarcastically, I'm in Louisiana. Louisiana. Which is why I said earlier that I'm 30% French. I'm a Cajun boy. Yes, cardboard is paper, but it's not like, okay, cardboard is made out of paper, but like cardboard isn't a type of paper. Cardboard is like paper arranged in a certain way. Unless that's only specifically corrugated cardboard that I'm thinking of, and cardboard actually is a type of, I don't know. I don't know. I never really looked into what constitutes as cardboard and what doesn't. All right. Southern as fuck. Yes, I am. They did have Velcro back then, if I recall correctly. That's what ignited inside the capsule of Apollo 1. Velcro? I think Velcro could have caused the spark? That's crazy. Huh. But, I don't know. If there is Velcro on the outside of this... there is no Velcro on the outside of this thing. They didn't even say there was. I don't know. I'm over in Dallas. Neat. Yeah. I guess that's it for this. Chinese space hoax? Oh boy. Fake Chinese spacewalks. China's other fake missions. Analysis article on the Epic Times. Don't know what that's about. GAO audits on NASA. Oh boy, what does this mean? Confirmed discrepancies and CCTV's live broadcast. The Shenzhou launch. What are the discrepancies? This video footage. Many unexplainable physical phenomena. The anomalies from the broadcast, which include bubbles in space. God, it's debris. Is it that difficult to think that debris can float away in space? I don't get it. Hey, I just popped in to say hi. Hi? Well, hello. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate the hi. Heath, why are there two eyes in Heath? Because I wanted it to be unique and memorable, but also short and concise. Because, like, when I was making my channel, it was talking about just, like... I was arguing against religion and talking about atheism, but I didn't want to be like all the other channels that were coming out then that all had skeptic or rational in their name. Which, I mean, no hate to Armored Skeptic or Rationality Rules. Those are like the big guys, more kind of, I don't know if they started it per se, but like since then there've been like, you know, Rational Channel, this skeptic, that skeptic. And I just didn't want to be like everyone else that was like, the channel name is, oh, look at me, I'm an atheist. I'm arguing with these guys. I'm woke. No, I wanted my channel to be able to be flexible, and I just had to come up with a name that wasn't already taken and that was just short, and I don't know. I don't have a good explanation, but that's what you get. Yeah. But bubbles in space. No evidence of Earth's atmosphere. And the lack of background noise usually here in space communication. Okay, so it was a little too good. Their communication was a little too good. I want to... Oh, the old... Look at this. Never mind. Oh, wait, yeah. Look at that YouTube player. Oh, man. You remember when YouTube looked like that? Oh boy, what year was this from? 2008. Look at 2008 YouTube over here. Oh boy. I believe that Velcro was invented for the space program, but is plastic nylon, no ignition, methinks. Yeah. I don't know if it was invented for the space program. I believe I read about the invention of Velcro. It was like on accident, apparently. Or maybe... No, I'm thinking of something else, because... No, the person who invented Velcro did it on purpose, because it was like based on like the sort of like plant things that'll like stick to your socks or whatever, and he looked at it real close and he was like, oh, there's a whole bunch of little tiny hooks, and then he invented hook and loop fastener, which, by the way, it's not called Velcro, it's called hook and loop fastener. Velcro is a name brand. Did you know that? I did, because these are the sorts of things that I know for some reason. 2008, a YouTube odyssey. I don't know. We would have to... You know what? Let's do that, because that's slightly more interesting. Invention of hook and loop fastener. The original hook and loop fastener was conceived in 1941, so they definitely had it in the 60s. Swiss engineer George. The idea came to him one day after returning from hunting trip when his... Okay. From hunting trip with his dog, and he took a close look at the burrs of burdock that kept sticking to his clothes and his dog's fur. Which, it's not going to show me a good image, is there? Are they? But yeah, that's exactly what it is. He examined it under a microscope and noted there are hundreds of hooks that caught onto anything with a loop, such as clothing, animal fur, or hair. Saw the possibility of binding to materials, and he created it very much on purpose. So I was right. I knew stuff for once, and now you do too. You read it on Wikipedia, and Wikipedia is always right. So there you go. Hook and loop fastener. Flat Earthers and Idiot Odyssey. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, so this is funny. They, that's something else. Anyhow, somewhere on the Flat Earth website, they cited this as a source. Oh boy, I feel a huge burp coming on. Excuse me. Just bear with me for a second. All right, that's gonna come out later. But they're arguing against the very claims that they make. Dust speed flying relative to spacecraft can be random. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's fucking dust. You read as quick as me. You may think that I'm reading quickly, but not only am I skimming, but I'm spending most of the time just staring at the words before my brain decides to work and start skimming. See, it's all about appearances. I'm trying to look like I'm reading fast, look like I'm smart, but it's all a front. It's all an illusion. It's a mirage. Anyhow. Gonna have to go. I'll be sure to drop in again when I have some more time. Good night. Good night. I'm not gonna be streaming for much longer. I don't think. I have to eat and drink and pee. But yeah. Whatever. NASA's unable to document where its money is going or survive financial audits. NASA is still unable to provide detailed support for amount obligated against the limits. Thus, we could not verify amounts NASA reported to Congress in its budget request for fiscal years 2002 through 2006. What exactly is the GAO? I'm probably going to sound dumb for not knowing what GAO stands for, but Government Accountability Office. All right. Neat. I don't often deal with government accountability, so I think this is worth listing here. So we'll put it in conspiracy. Conspiracy. Heading 2. What exactly do I put? NASA's financial reports are based on unreliable data. NASA's financial statements remain unauditable. All right, it's working just fine now. I didn't really do anything. Sorry, my internet speed just tanked for a second there. I have no idea what it looked like for you, but yeah. Anyhow, what was I saying? They're kind of right on this one. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't doubt it because like if this is coming from the GAO, and they're probably right, but it's only for like a few specific years. Well, I mean, 2002 through 2006, then 1992, then 2005. But I can't help but feel like these are cherry picked. You know, what about 2007? What about 1993? 1994, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, you know, 2010. Is it only... I feel like they're pointing out all the years that they failed the audit or whatever the case may be. But like, what other... I'd have to compare like other government agencies. Like, does the Army say what they're using their money for? Does the I don't know, public library? Well, that's a statewide thing. I don't know, but does every government agency accurately tell them where their money is going? I don't think so. But we'll have to do a lot of research for that, and we'll do that whenever we get there. Let's see, but we need a good quote. Do I just... I'm thinking I can just copy and paste all of that. I'm going to change the title of that eventually, but I can't be bothered right now. Quotations. Control Alt Shift V. Oh, God. Oh, they're formatting. God, they're formatting. What is up with this? What? I don't really know what's going on with this. This... Okay, where to go? I lost my place. All right, we're going to do a single quotation because I think that's what we're supposed to do. And then we're going to increase this indent, which is this button. So unreliable data. Unauditable? How are we supposed to... Unsuitable? Nah. And we are... GAO audits. NASA. Add citations, which, like I said, is my least favorite part. But we got to do it. We got to do it. What is this, 2019? 2018. 2018. And then A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That is a wiki article. from the 14th of May, 2018. May 14th. Retrieved from this. Anyhow, throttled. Yeah. Anyhow, yes, a book. This is indeed a book. But not just any book. My book. So interesting. Is it a book about tacos? No, it's a book about the flat earth. Unsurprisingly. It's a list of flat earth arguments and their refutations. Space tacos. Yes, the grand atheist hates tacos. What sauce, though? Chili sauce, because chili powder, because the Mars is made of chili powder. That was something that was said earlier in the stream. Forget it. I'm not funny. The taco here has chili powder on it, so that's what's going on. That's why I have such sour look on my face. Like, Flat Earth chili powder. That's what I'm going to title my book. That's what, and my band. I'm starting a band called Flat Earth Chili Powder. Anyhow. Evidence for the conspiracy. Is that it? Is that okay? Let's go. Experimental evidence. I feel like I went through here before. Chili space sauce. They got chili space sauce from Giant Space Cross. It should be Taco Earth. Maybe that's why they want the Earth to be flat, so they can make a taco out of it. It's a planetary taco. That is also going to be the name of my band, Planetary Taco. Water convexity experiments. Is it just Bedford level? Other ENAG? The heck is ENAG? Earth, not a globe. Oh boy, because I have, if I can bring this up, what is it? Is it on my external hard drive? I believe so. We're going to go ahead and save this. Let's take a break from Flat Earth Wiki, shall we? We might need the tab, but let's look at Eric Dubé. You guys like Eric Dubé? No? Me neither. Here's 200 proofs. Earth is not a spinning ball. Where'd you go, chat? Where'd my chat go? There you are. I know you all love Eric Dubé and his... Okay, I know that if I were to take my book right now as it is like this and publish this, people would love this much more than Eric Dubé. I would rather read a 1/10 finished book like this than read Eric Dubé's nonsensical drivel. Because I've had more fun like researching actual science than having Eric Dubé list like 10 things of the same, 10 different reiterations of the same argument as different proofs. The spinning ball. Whatever. It's better than listening to his voice, because he has videos of him reading his books. For some reason, it's kind of strange, but I don't know. I can appreciate it for the heart of seeing. Just have a YouTube video that reading it aloud. You have an audio book. It's not even an audio book. It's just YouTube videos of him reading it. But I don't know. His voice is not pleasant. That was my point. Oh no, his fucking voice. Maybe we should. If my internet speed was up to par, I would, I would totally be doing that right now, listening to his voice as we read it. The moon is at like 20% opacity with a stock background. I got to 20, almost choked from laughing. What's 20? Is there something funny at 20 specifically? If Earth were truly... Pardon me. If Earth were truly constantly spinning eastwards at over 1,000 miles per hour, over 1,000 miles per hour, guys, vertically fired cannonballs and other projectiles would fall significantly due west. In fact, however, when this has been tested, vertically fired cannonballs shoot upwards an average of 14 seconds ascending, 14 seconds descending, and fall back to the ground no more than 2 feet away from the cannon, often directly back into the muzzle. How often are people shooting cannons straight up and down? And this totally is a thing that you have to account for with like long-range projectiles. Oh god. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have. Ice Wall, go to the title page. The cover. I got official NATO ice wall. I wonder if our perception of gravity is wrong. That's why thermodynamics will not hold hands with quantum physics. Maybe. Artillery suicide. Yeah. This effect has been tested and shown to be correct in Mineshaft. What do you mean? Like, the fucking Coriolis effect on the projectiles? Is that what you're talking about? See that cannonball you shot in the air? Run. That's funny. Like, he doesn't provide any source for that. I think that irks me more than anything. It's like, when that happens, it just totally falls right back into the muzzle of the cannon. You can fire a cannon straight up and it just right back down. As if he's seen this happen personally. He has an image here, so I take it's from Zetetic Cosmogony, Earth Not a Globe, something like that, because that's actually where like half of his stuff comes from. I looked at it one time. There's a certain section I was looking at for a video, and like half of it was from Zetetic Cosmogony, which is like a book from a couple hundred years ago, maybe. I forgot. Still gets me every time. It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Ball believers often claim gravity magically and inexplicably drags the entire lower atmosphere of the Earth in perfect synchronization. The ground has friction. All right. Up to some undetermined height where this progressively faster spinning atmosphere gives way to non-spinning, non-gravitized, non-atmosphere of vacuum space. Oh my god. He's trying so hard. Such nonsensical theories of, okay, you don't need a dash and okay, whatever, are debunked, however, by rain, fireworks, birds, bugs, and clouds of smoke, planes, and projectiles, all of which behave very differently if both the ball Earth and its atmosphere were constantly spinning eastwards of 1,000 miles per hour. What do you mean? It's like, I'm pretty sure, like, even at like the clouds level, the effect isn't great, because like the higher up you go, the less wind resistance there is because the air is thinner. But like, I don't know, none of these things are exactly in high altitude. I don't know. I want to be non-gravitized. Me too. It'll probably be trippy. Probably have to stay in my house so that I don't fly into space and die. If Earth is flat, then explain why I can drink upside down if water seeps its level. Water seeks its level. We can talk about the flat earthers into space. Elon Musk, we need your help. I'd be so curious to see what a flat earther would say if he genuinely went into space. Because there was that one crazy motherfucker that made the news everywhere because he made his own fucking rocket and like shot himself up into the atmosphere. And of course he didn't make it into like high atmosphere. But he was all like, I don't know, it's inconclusive. I didn't really get a good view. I don't think I went high enough. We'll go higher next time. It was like, you guys remember that? Like, he was like an old dude, and it didn't exactly have like a parachute or anything. I think he just had like some sort of crash landing or whatever. I don't know. It was, for a flat earther, he was kind of badass. Not gonna lie. Imagine him at the equator hanging on for dear life with a flying helmet on. Imagine first space tourists were a family trying to persuade a flat earther. That it'd be amazing if like the first commercial flight into space, it isn't like some rich folk, it isn't some like die-hard space travel fanatics. It's like a fucking organization specifically to send flat earthers into space to show them that they're wrong for like some reality TV show. That'd be much cooler than anything. You know? I'd love that. Which is higher, Eric Dubé's IQ or the IQ of a slug? It's going to be hard to measure the IQ of a slug. I don't know. I'll tell you what. I feel like a slug could write a better book than Eric Dubé has, so I'm tempted to say the slug. We need a flat Earth space launching fundraiser. Yes, we do. It's a startup. You can fund me on Indiegogo. How many tabs does a slug have open? Huh, I don't know. Slugs have pretty abnormal IQ. I have no idea. I've never met a slug. They've been observed going into their industrial age. That's... I can just imagine if, like, slugs... Like, the only thing holding slugs back from taking us over is their small size. Where do we start with number 1? Let's start with number 1. The horizon always appears perfectly flat, 360 degrees around the observer, regardless of altitude. All amateur balloon rocket, blah, 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 NASA and other government space agencies show curvature in their fake CGI photos/videos. I believe I have this argument down, but I don't know if I have a quote from somewhere. Excuse me. Was it in perspective? Curvature isn't visible. Vanishing point, horizon stays at eye level. Is this curvature an eye level argument? Yeah, perfectly flat. Okay, this is the perfectly flat argument, not the eye level argument. Copy. Curvature of the Earth isn't visible. Let's go quotations. God, this one, oh boy. Are you kidding? I don't, maybe it's just the PDF format. But like, I think it is a PDF format because the PDF, when you convert or export to a PDF, it just messes with all the stuff. Do I have 200 proofs in the references already? Yes, I do. Oh man, I gotta pee. I think we're gonna go soon. This has went on longer than I thought. Usually, the live streams will end whenever my internet connection ends, but now that I have this jank setup, we can roll all night. But I'm gonna have to end it soon. I gotta go 2 a.m. here. Take care, kid. All right, thank you. I'll see you later, Ian. Flat Earth in space. What do you weigh? I don't really weigh anything. Usually I go by volume when I'm cooking. I just go by volume, really. I don't think I weigh anything. I haven't broken out a scale for anything. Why can't flat earthers realize that Earth is round? It's like middle school. The thing is, flat earthers, they don't really think abstractly because you can't see. I mean, you can, but flat earthers haven't seen the curvature themselves. You know, so it's not immediately obvious with like tangible evidence that the Earth is round. And because they don't have like the abstract thought to comprehend how big the Earth is, and that we have other ways of knowing it, they trust their common sense above anything. So, I don't know. And they're also obviously not trusting of others. There's a certain kind of person to believe in conspiracy theories, which he's not trusting of others, especially people in the in authority. I don't know. I also suspect that they're not generally smart kinds of people who believe in conspiracy theories, but there is a type of person to believe in conspiracy theories, and if somebody believes in one conspiracy theory, the chances are really high that they also believe in another, and maybe even another. And it's not uncommon for conspiracy theorists to believe in conspiracy theories that contradict each other. It's really strange when you look at the psychology of conspiracy theorists. Are you working on a regular weekly video too? Yes and no. I am working on a video, but it's not going to be released on regular schedule for a number of reasons, which is kind of why I'm doing these streams, to kind of fill in the time. But I am working on a video, and it's going to be pretty good, but it's going to take a little bit longer to come out. Sort of. I'm working on a quality over quantity at the moment, and I don't know, I've just been enjoying the streams. Anyhow, Dubai 2015. Where was it? Perspective, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, E. Dubai 2015. What, didn't I put number 1? Because Control F. Yeah, because I'm listing the numbers of his thing. So yeah, we have a quote for no visible curvature of the Earth. Here's the eye level. Oh my God. Horizon always rises to the eye level of the observer as altitude is gained, so you never have to look down at the Earth. The Earth were in fact a globe. No matter how large, as you ascend, the horizon would stay fixed to the observer/camera, would have to tilt looking down further and further to see it. All right, you could have worded that better, Eric, but it's fine, it's cool. Where? All right, here. Let's go heading 2. No, quotations. We already have the heading. Quotations. Do Bay. 2015. Number 2. I hope that's the right way to do it. It would be nice if YouTube sent notifications for the streams. Did it not send notifications for the streams? Because it should. It should be doing that. I guess it's not. Anyhow, you know what? I'm going to do a couple more of these, and then the stream is going to end. Because I'm never good at knowing when to end the streams. So that's my decision. I'm going to do a couple more of these. And then we're going to call it a night. I don't know why it didn't add the punctuation. All right, let's see. What's his proof number 3 that the Earth is not a spinning ball? Are you writing down flat Earth arguments first? Yes, I am. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm collecting all of the arguments, and then I'm going to go through and then do research for all of these each, which is, I don't know. It's just how I'm doing it. It's a bit easier to find them than it is to do all the research necessary to respond to their seemingly simple questions. But I'm trying to like cite all these sorts of sources, so tracking down like all the reliable primary sources and information is going to take a long time. But it's also easier to do this on stream than it is to like go in depth about something, because I'm thinking about chat and thinking about exactly how I'm wording stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. The eye is drawn to the horizon. Yeah, you can't really, the eye cannot tell the difference between perfectly horizontal and like a couple of degrees down. That's the issue here. Do you remember most of the rebuttals you filmed before? I can't recall them like offhand, but if you were like to present the argument that I was responding to, chances are I would remember my rebuttal, or like if I were to rebut again, that I would say the same thing. So yes, but like not perfectly. Have you ever been recognized by a flat earther? No, I've never been recognized IRL, at least as far as I know. Recognized by a flat earther? No, nobody recognizes little old me. I'm not recognized in the least bit. But yeah, what's number 3? Proof. The natural physics of water is defined to maintain its level. If Earth were a giant sphere tilted, wobbling, and hurtling through infinite space, he tries so hard to be, like, descriptive? Okay, whatever. Consistently level surfaces would not exist here, but since Earth is in fact an extended flat plane, the fundamental physical properties of fluids finding and remaining level is consistent with experience and common sense. All right. I love it. Common sense. That's my favorite. Water is flat. Water is always flat. Water finds its level? I don't know. Where do I put it? I guess this would be physics, but like... I'm going to put it right under here. I think this is a good place. Say, water is always flat and finds its level. So I feel like those two things are kind of the same argument. So, Dubay, 2015, number 3. Good sense is not common. Good point. Good point. Just tell him you're Mitch Marner. I'm not Mitch Marner. I do not look like him. I do not. I favor the Earth is closer to the sun during the North Hemisphere in winter. Why is the temp cooler? Earth is closer to the sun during North Hemisphere winter. Why is the temperature cooler? They'd probably give you the same explanation that the sun is closer to the southern hemisphere than the north. That's probably what they're going to say. Natural physics find to maintain its level. If Earth were a giant sphere wobbling tilted, blah, blah, blah. All right, that's fine. All right, what's number 3? Is number 3 worth... I just did number 3. Number 4. Watch the titles roll on the TV until the end without moving your eyes. When they stop, will start to go down. It's all in the mind. Yeah. Water is level with respect to Earth's gravity. Exactly. Because level doesn't mean perfectly flat. Because water level means the same elevation... the same elevation relative to the center of the Earth. Or Earth's gravity. Earth's center of gravity. I'm a little late. I noticed you are looking at older arguments, even though they are still somewhat used. Are you going to look at more current arguments? Yes. Yeah. It's kind of hard to... The thing is, I don't want to rely heavily on YouTube arguments. I want to find more official sources like Flat Earth books and like articles. Because like citing like video files is kind of, it's not very professional or whatever. But yeah, I'm going to try to find all the arguments I can and find the most official sort of source I can. I don't know. Since when were you thinking about writing, and what's the motivation? The motivation's because I wanted... Because I just kind of like doing research into all these various topics that these videos lead me to. I like poning flat earth noobs. I also just kind of wanted this book to exist in the first place because this is a huge inspiration. The Counter Creationism Handbook by Mark Isaac. And it's basically the same thing. It's a whole bunch of creationist arguments and then just short refutation with cited sources, with further readings and all of that. And it was something so elegant about the way it systematically goes over the most common arguments and then just rips it apart. And I wanted to do that myself. I started doing it for fun, just as a, I don't know, a pet project. But since you guys seem to be liking it, then I'm taking it more seriously now. Well, official flat Earth arguments. Yeah, I don't know, because like you have Flat Earth Society, both of them. They're more official. They're more proper. They're less casual. I don't know. Whatever looks better when cited in APA format. You know what I mean? Because like when you go to the works cited and you see, YouTube video file, it's like, I don't know. I am so sorry. That was probably incredibly loud. All my stuff, it's really cramped right here. I'm so sorry. What's number 4? We'll do one more. We'll add one more, and then I'm ending the stream because I've been on for a good 3 hours now. Yeah. Maybe more formal. Yeah. That's kind of what I was looking for. More formal. I have a wider scam base. Yeah. How do you sleep at night knowing how many stupid people there are in the world? It's okay, maybe there's a lot of them, but they're like so spread out apart that I feel like they're in good hands. Like the people around them can tell that they're stupid and can take care of them and can like shelter them. It's not like they all live in one city that's like running to the ground, because god damn, they need some help. That's why I'm never going to a flat earth convention. I can't do it. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about the audio. Anyhow, one more and then we'll end the stream. Rivers run down to sea level, finding the easiest course north, south, east, west, and all other intermediate directions, blah, blah, blah. If the Earth were truly spinning ball, then many of these rivers would be impossibly flowing uphill. For example, the Mississippi on 3,000 miles would have to ascend 11 miles before reaching the Gulf of Mexico. Oh my god, this is so stupid. This is okay. There are a couple of arguments that are just variations of this. The idea is that they don't understand the concept of the curvature of the Earth. That at any point on the Earth, gravity is pointing you towards the center. It's like, because if I walk, if the entire sidewalk, like if I have a sidewalk all across America and it's perfectly level and I walk across it, I'm not going uphill. I'm not going downhill. Gravity's still affecting me in the same way at every point. It's like these guys don't understand that like going south isn't uphill. I cannot. I don't think I can list that one because God, it's so. How do I even? I don't even know how to write that one down, much less respond to it. Let's go to number 5. One portion of the Nile River flows for thousands of miles, with a fall of only 1 foot. Parts of the West African Congo, according to the supposed inclination and movement of the ball earth, would be sometimes running uphill and sometimes down. This would also be the case for the Paraguay and other long rivers. No, this is the same. This number 5 is the exact same thing as number 4. So far it's not 200 proofs. It's 199 because these two are the same damn thing. You don't have that many proofs, Eric. The earthenware ball, 2000, blah, blah, blah. Why does he have to, like, draw it out? You don't have to... Okay. Whatever. Spherical trigonometry dictates the surface of all standing water must curve downward an easily measurable 8 inches per mile multiplied by the square of the distance. That is not... That is not an accurate formula for long distances. This means along a 6-mile channel of standing water, Earth would dip 6 feet either end from the central peak. Every time such experiments have been conducted, however, standing water has proven to be perfectly level. Okay. You know what? I have to do this. I have to do the 8 inches per mile squared. Where do I do that? I do have a geometry section. I don't know if it's going to stay a geometry section or if it's going to split up like the physics is going to be. But, yeah, geometry. Oh, I already have it here. Neato. So now we go quotes. Is that number 6? Yes, number 6. Anyhow. Thing is, they don't understand. Exactly. Loser? Me? Thank you. North on the map is always uphill, lol. I mean, technically any direction is downhill if you want to look at it from that. So I don't... They want to believe. He lost his brain. He's gone to negative brain cells. Moment of silence for the torture this man deals with. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the condolences. Thank you for the respects. For instance, as far as old arguments go, the river uphill argument is a claim. It doesn't really come up at all anymore. I agree, but it's still worth putting in the book just for the sake of being thorough, because, you know, you're going to have... You have a table of contents, which I should actually update. And you're going to be able to, like, go through it and just find the claim that you want to see, and then just go to it. That's kind of how it's meant to be looked. It's not like a start at page 1 and then continue reading until you get to page, I don't know, 103, however long this is going to be. Just for the sake of, I don't know. I might just put all the arguments in there that I can, but then I already skipped over a couple arguments, so I can't do that now. At least not with integrity. Go to bed. You need to go to bed. Yeah, I will. I will. You go to bed. How about we all go to bed? Whether it's different beds or all in the same bed doesn't matter to me. We just all need to go to a bed. Anyhow, okay, yeah, that's fine. I was trying to download Linux, but my internet connection wouldn't allow it. Can you believe that? Anyhow, this is where the stream gets chopped. This is where we end it all. Well, in the stream, not my life. Okay, now you can see all of the mess back there. Don't mind that. But yeah, the stream's gonna have to end here. I am let's go to the bed. Yes. Thank all of you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, then good. I worked real hard on it. I'm gonna go eat. Probably gonna eat SpaghettiOs. That's probably what I'm gonna eat. And yeah. Hope you all have a good night or whatever. Evening, morning, wherever you are, you know. Good night, flat earth researchers, debaters, and debunkers. See ya.